What if one of the richest athletes in history wasn't as financially secure as everyone believed? That's the question dominating social media after fresh rumors about Floyd Mayweather's finances sparked another wave of debate. But while many people are convinced the boxing legend is facing serious money problems, Rick Ross is pushing back hard against those claims. The internet has been buzzing with speculation surrounding Floyd Mayweather. Rumors about unpaid debts, legal disputes, and financial troubles have spread rapidly, with critics pointing to reports involving the IRS, jewelry purchases, and other business obligations. After earning hundreds of millions throughout his legendary boxing career, many people are now questioning how someone with that level of wealth could allegedly be dealing with these kinds of financial issues. Rick Ross wasn't about to let those rumors go unanswered. During a recent live stream, Ross made it clear that he doesn't believe Floyd Mayweather is broke. According to him, people are far too quick to believe everything they read online. He insisted that Mayweather is worth far more than the internet gives him credit for, and reminded viewers that the boxing icon is still one of the biggest names in the sport. Ross argued that what matters isn't just how much money Floyd has already made, but how much money he can still generate. In his eyes, Mayweather remains the face of boxing, and someone with that kind of reputation continues to attract major opportunities long after stepping away from championship competition. Not everyone sees it that way. Some critics argue that Mayweather has returned to exhibition fights because his finances have changed. Others point to reports of unpaid debts, lawsuits, and tax issues as evidence that his lifestyle may no longer be sustainable. Claims involving luxury jewelry, real estate obligations, and IRS disputes have only fueled more speculation online. Ross dismissed those arguments completely. He even said that if Floyd ever needed funding for a major event, there are people around him who could put together tens of millions of dollars immediately. Ross claimed that Mayweather's network, business relationships, and reputation alone are enough to make almost any major opportunity possible. As the conversation continued to gain momentum, another familiar voice entered the debate. Whenever Floyd Mayweather becomes a trending topic, it's only a matter of time before 50 Cent has something to say. Considering the long history between the two, fans almost expected him to weigh in, and that's exactly what happened. Although 50 has spoken positively about Floyd at times, he's also been open about the issues that eventually drove them apart. Reflecting on their friendship, he explained that they once had different views on how Mayweather presented himself to the public. According to 50, Floyd's image became centered almost entirely around money, and he believed that approach changed how fans viewed him. He recalled asking what a prizefighter fights for, only for Floyd to answer, "The prize." To 50, that mindset became the foundation of Mayweather's public image. He argued that many fans didn't tune in simply to watch Floyd's boxing skills. Instead, they watched hoping to see him lose because they couldn't relate to the message he projected. That wasn't always the case between them. The two were once extremely close friends, spending time together regularly, supporting one another's ventures, and discussing future business opportunities. But over time, their relationship unraveled, eventually turning into one of the most public celebrity feuds in both boxing and hip-hop. The latest chapter came when 50 Cent shared an Instagram post that immediately caught everyone's attention. In it, he joked that if Floyd needed money, he should simply call him. He added that things never had to become so messy, and even joked that federal authorities were looking for him before ending the message by saying he still loved him and wasn't angry anymore. The post spread across social media almost instantly. Some people saw it as classic 50 Cent trolling, while others wondered whether there was a deeper meaning behind the joke. Either way, it reignited public interest in the long-running rivalry and pushed the conversation surrounding Mayweather's finances to an entirely new level. Meanwhile, Rick Ross continued standing firmly behind Floyd. He argued that successful people often become easy targets for rumors and that headlines rarely tell the full story. In his opinion, people shouldn't mistake online speculation for verified facts. That only made the debate even bigger, with supporters of both Ross and 50 Cent flooding social media with clips, screenshots, and opinions. Whether this develops into another public exchange or fades away remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, whenever Rick Ross, Floyd Mayweather, and 50 Cent become part of the same. Rick Ross didn't stop defending Floyd Mayweather after his initial comments. During another live stream, He responded to a follower who warned him not to manage his money the same way Floyd supposedly had. Instead of ignoring the message, Ross addressed it head-on and made it clear that he completely rejected the idea that Mayweather was struggling financially. His response came as reports about Floyd's legal and financial issues continued making headlines. Lawsuits involving luxury jewelry purchases, allegations of bounced checks, and claims of unpaid rent all added fuel to the growing speculation. Court filings also referenced disputes over millions of dollars in jewelry, leading many people online to question whether the rumors had more truth behind them than Ross was willing to admit. Even so, Ross remained unconvinced. He argued that people on social media have a habit of repeating rumors until they start sounding like facts, even when there's very little evidence to support them. According to him, most critics have no real idea what's happening behind the scenes and are simply reacting to headlines without knowing the full story. Ross also pointed to Mayweather's business experience and long-standing influence in boxing. He explained that someone with Floyd's reputation still has access to powerful connections and major opportunities. In his view, if Mayweather ever needed funding for a significant business venture or event, there would be no shortage of people willing to invest alongside him. He even suggested that Floyd's name alone still carries enormous value. Whether it's boxing exhibitions, sponsorships, business partnerships, or promotional appearances, Ross believes Mayweather remains one of the few athletes capable of generating massive attention whenever he decides to step into the spotlight. That confidence wasn't shared by everyone online. Many fans continued pointing to the lawsuits and financial reports as reasons to question Floyd's situation. Others argued that wealthy people can still experience cash flow issues without actually being broke. The discussion quickly turned into a debate over the difference between temporary financial obligations and long-term wealth. As Ross continued defending Floyd, social media users began comparing his comments with another headline that was already making the rounds: 50 Cent's latest Instagram post. The contrast couldn't have been clearer. While Ross insisted the rumors didn't reflect reality, 50 took a much more sarcastic approach. His post jokingly offered to lend Floyd money, immediately sparking another wave of reactions across Instagram and X. Some people laughed it off as classic 50 Cent humor, while others believed he was subtly taking another shot at his longtime rival. The timing only made things more interesting. With Ross publicly defending Mayweather and 50 Cent making jokes about the situation, fans were left with two completely different narratives. One side argued that Ross was reminding everyone not to mistake internet speculation for facts. The other pointed out that 50 has spent years using humor and sarcasm whenever Floyd's name starts trending, making this just another chapter in their ongoing rivalry. Their complicated history only added more context to the conversation. The two were once close friends, but according to 50, their relationship began to change when they disagreed over Floyd's public image and future business plans. He has previously explained that he believed Mayweather's entire brand became centered around money, leaving little room for anything else. In one interview, 50 recalled telling Floyd that their messaging needed to change. Instead of focusing exclusively on wealth, he believed there should be something more meaningful for fans to connect with. Floyd, however, didn't see it that way. According to 50, Mayweather once told him that a prize fighter fights for the prize. To Floyd, winning and making money were the ultimate goals. But 50 argued that this philosophy shaped how the public viewed him. He claimed many people didn't watch Floyd because they admired him. They watched in hopes of seeing him lose. Whether people agree with that assessment or not, it highlights just how differently the two viewed Floyd's public image and why their friendship eventually fell apart. Meanwhile, the comment sections across social media became increasingly divided. Some praised Rick Ross for standing by someone he believes has been unfairly targeted by rumors. Others felt that 50 Cent was simply doing what he's always done, turning trending topics into entertainment while keeping the conversation alive. Either way, the renewed attention surrounding Floyd Mayweather showed no signs of slowing down. Every new interview, live stream, or social media post seemed to generate another round of debate, leaving fans wondering what would happen next. As conversations surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances continued dominating social media, even more headlines began surfacing. One of the biggest involved reports that his planned exhibition fight in Greece had been canceled. Multiple outlets connected the cancellation to ongoing legal and contractual issues, adding another layer of speculation to an already heated discussion. While the reports spread quickly, many of the details remained unverified, leaving plenty of unanswered questions. The conversation didn't stop there. As fans dug deeper into Floyd's business history, attention shifted toward his longtime advisor, Al Heyman, and the role he has played throughout Mayweather's career. Heyman has been one of the key figures behind premier boxing champions, and because of his close relationship with Floyd, many people began revisiting old stories about their business dealings. Around the same time, 50 Cent fueled even more discussion by drawing attention to long-standing online allegations and a leaked voice recording that has circulated for years. The recording has been widely debated, and neither its authenticity nor its full context has ever been definitively established. Even so, its resurfacing reignited conversations about Floyd's business relationships and whether there had been disagreements behind the scenes. Some online commentators claimed there were conflicts over who deserved credit for the growth and success of premier boxing champions, suggesting that different people viewed the company's achievements in different ways. These claims have circulated online for years, but they remain allegations rather than established facts. Supporters of Mayweather argued that stories like these often resurface whenever a high-profile athlete finds themselves dealing with legal or business challenges. Critics, however, questioned whether the repeated rumors pointed to larger issues that had remained hidden from public view. Floyd has previously addressed the structure of his business relationships, explaining that there are clear boundaries between managing fighters and operating a promotional company. He has maintained that conflicts of interest are something he has always tried to avoid, emphasizing that his business ventures are built around long-term stability rather than short-term headlines. Still, the online debate only intensified. As reports about the canceled exhibition, legal disputes, and older business stories continued circulating, Rick Ross remained consistent in his support for Floyd. He argued that people were relying too heavily on rumors instead of verified facts and insisted that Mayweather's reputation, influence, and earning power remained stronger than many critics were willing to acknowledge. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continued adding his own commentary through social media, keeping the conversation alive with posts that many fans interpreted as playful trolling mixed with genuine criticism. His timing once again ensured that every new development received even more attention than it might have otherwise. The discussion soon shifted toward another question. Some fans began wondering whether Floyd's relationship with 50 Cent could have changed the direction of his business career if their partnership had never fallen apart. Years ago, the two were more than just friends. They openly discussed working together in boxing and appeared to share ambitious plans for the future. But those plans never materialized, and their friendship eventually collapsed into one of the most public celebrity feuds of the past decade. Looking back, some supporters believe that 50 genuinely wanted to help Floyd expand his business empire and often offered advice that could have benefited him in the long run. Others strongly disagree, arguing that no one can predict how things would have unfolded had they remained business partners. Ultimately, those ideas remain nothing more than speculation. Another issue that kept resurfacing involved Floyd's recent legal and business challenges. Reports involving lawsuits, contractual disputes, and the canceled Greece exhibition led many people to question whether everyone within his business circle had always acted in his best interests. Others pushed back against that narrative, pointing out that athletes involved in multi-million-dollar deals frequently face legal disagreements, contract negotiations, and promotional complications. From that perspective, public disputes don't necessarily reflect someone's overall financial health or long-term success. Reports surrounding the canceled exhibition suggested there may have been disagreements involving existing promotional agreements. Some claims linked the situation to previous discussions surrounding potential events involving Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao, while other reports suggested separate negotiations were taking place at the same time. Although those claims circulated widely online, the complete details. As the discussion surrounding Floyd Mayweather continued to grow, another unexpected topic grabbed fans' attention. During an interview, 50 Cent was asked about something far removed from boxing or social media drama: his habit of mowing his own lawn. Despite his enormous success, 50 revealed that he personally cuts the grass on his massive property. He explained that when neighbors see the largest tractor rolling across the land, they already know it's him behind the wheel. He even joked about customizing the machine with tinted windows, air conditioning, and a radio, making it clear that he genuinely enjoys doing it. When asked how much land he maintains, 50 estimated it was close to 400 acres. Rather than hiring someone else to handle the work, he said he often invites friends over to help, turning it into a weekend activity. The lighthearted conversation gave fans a glimpse of a different side of him and quickly became another viral moment online. Still, it wasn't long before attention shifted back to Floyd Mayweather. To understand why 50 Cent's latest Instagram post resonated with so many people, it's important to remember just how close he and Floyd once were. Years ago, they regularly appeared together at public events, supported each other's ventures, and seemed to have built a genuine friendship. They even discussed working together in the boxing business. But over time, that friendship unraveled. What followed became one of the most talked about feuds in both hip-hop and boxing. The two exchanged insults through interviews, social media posts, and public appearances, with nearly every disagreement becoming headline news. Their rivalry stretched on for years, making it almost inevitable that 50 would weigh in whenever Floyd found himself at the center of another controversy. At the same time, Floyd continued defending his decision to remain active through exhibition fights. He has repeatedly said that boxing has given him an incredible life and that he enjoys entertaining fans around the world. According to Mayweather, his defensive style and disciplined approach throughout his career allowed him to avoid significant damage, making it possible for him to continue competing even at this stage of his life. While Floyd emphasized his love for the sport, critics continued questioning whether exhibition bouts were motivated purely by passion or by financial reasons. That debate only intensified as speculation about his finances continued circulating online. Rick Ross, meanwhile, had his own long history with 50 Cent, adding another layer to the story. The two rappers have spent years trading diss tracks, interviews, lawsuits, and public insults. Ross has never been shy about addressing their rivalry, often claiming that he came up on his own without relying on industry heavyweights to build his career. During interviews, he has also taken shots at 50's finances, business ventures, and personal lifestyle, while 50 has repeatedly responded with jokes and social media trolling. Their ongoing feud has lasted well over a decade, making every new interaction between them newsworthy. So when Ross publicly defended Floyd while 50 continued poking fun at the situation, fans immediately recognized that two long-running rivalries had collided into one major conversation. Social media quickly filled with competing opinions. Some people applauded Ross for refusing to accept internet rumors without proof. Others believed 50's sarcastic approach reflected doubts that many fans already had. As clips from interviews and live streams spread across different platforms, millions of viewers began revisiting the complicated relationships between all three men. What started as speculation about Floyd Mayweather's finances had now grown into something much bigger. It wasn't just about lawsuits or business disputes anymore. It had become another chapter in the intertwined history of Floyd Mayweather, Rick Ross, and 50 Cent, three names whose careers have crossed paths repeatedly through friendship, rivalry, business, and public feuds. Then another headline added even more fuel to the fire. Reports began circulating that Floyd's planned exhibition fight in Greece had been canceled, with several outlets linking the decision to ongoing legal and contractual issues. Although numerous claims spread quickly across social media, many of the reported details remained unconfirmed, leaving fans unsure about exactly what had happened. The cancellation sparked another wave of speculation, prompting people to revisit older stories about Floyd's business relationships. One name immediately resurfaced: Al Haymon, Floyd's longtime advisor and one of the key figures behind premier boxing champions. Because of Haymon's close relationship with Mayweather, fans began connecting past business stories with the latest headlines. Soon afterward, 50 Cent joined the conversation once again by referencing long-standing online allegations. As the story continues to unfold, one thing is becoming increasingly clear: this debate isn't ending anytime soon. Every new report, social media post, or interview seems to add another layer to the conversation, keeping Floyd Mayweather at the center of attention. No matter which side people believe, the discussion has expanded far beyond simple rumors about money. It now includes questions about business decisions, legal disputes, long-standing relationships, and the influence of some of the biggest names in boxing and hip-hop. Rick Ross has remained unwavering in his position. Throughout the controversy, he's consistently argued that people are too quick to believe internet speculation without looking at the bigger picture. In his view, Floyd's legacy, business connections, and ability to generate major events still make him one of the most valuable figures in boxing. Ross believes that someone with Mayweather's name recognition and track record isn't in the financial position that many online critics claim. On the other hand, 50 Cent has taken a completely different approach. Rather than directly defending or condemning Floyd, he's continued using humor and sarcasm to keep the conversation alive. His social media posts have once again reminded fans why his rivalry with Mayweather remains one of the most talked about feuds in entertainment. What makes this story even more compelling is the history connecting all three men. Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent were once close friends before their relationship turned into years of public disagreements. Rick Ross and 50 Cent have also spent more than a decade trading diss tracks, interviews, lawsuits, and social media jabs. Because of those long-running rivalries, every new comment from either side immediately becomes headline news. At the same time, many of the recent claims surrounding Floyd's finances, lawsuits, business dealings, and canceled events are still developing. While several reports have fueled public speculation, many details remain disputed or unconfirmed. As with any major celebrity story, rumors often spread much faster than verified information, making it important to separate confirmed facts from online speculation. Whether Floyd Mayweather is facing temporary business challenges or whether the rumors have been greatly exaggerated remains a topic of ongoing debate. For now, there is no single development that has settled the argument, which is exactly why so many people continue following every update. One thing, however, is impossible to ignore. Whenever Floyd Mayweather, Rick Ross, and 50 Cent become part of the same headline, social media explodes. Years of friendship, rivalry, business ventures, and public feuds have created a story that continues to capture attention every time one of them speaks. As more developments emerge, fans will no doubt continue debating who's right, who's wrong, and what the full story really is. What do you think? Is Rick Ross right to dismiss the rumors surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances? Or do you believe 50 Cent's comments suggest there's more happening behind the scenes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.